Hello, I'm Butch Hill, and I'm your host on HDcast, and I'm sitting here with Edward Coe, and he's the executive director
That's
for
correct.
CVSN. But what I want to talk to him about here is really GenNext, because that's part of CVSN. So, Edward, let's talk a little bit about GenNext.
Well, I mean, obviously, GenNext has been around 5, 6 years now, and the primary focus is educating, mentoring, and recruiting in our industry. We say it's for individuals under the age of 45 who are basically going to be the next generation of leaders. Right?
Gotcha.
You know, over the last 5 years, we've had things from regular webinars, educational webinars. We've had mentorship programs taking place where we match our members with an industry veteran. And we've also developed our DTE, our distributor.
Well, it's funny you say
training expo.
DTE. I was
Yeah.
going to go to that after this.
Yeah.
So
But
let's
that-
finish GenNext.
Yeah, but that's something that came out of GenNext, and it's really focused on product training and really helping out the outside sales, the frontline salespeople for every distributor organization, and making it an easier way to learn. So that's the educate side. We talked about the mentoring and the recruiting. So it's a vehicle that we have at CVSN that really kind of, again, reaches a little deeper into an organization. It draws from the younger professionals that are there, and we're really trying to strengthen the core of the business. The interesting thing that comes out of GenNext, in the Vision 23 that we have for CVSN, we'd like to turn GenNext also into a certification where, if the individuals do a certain number of items and they accomplish it within that time period, they would be certified, and that kind of gives a little more credibility to the program, but it also forces the members to actually, work on bettering themselves. And that actually has led us to the thought of creating a Gen First set of certification too. That came because members are like, well, we have new people we've hired and that know nothing about heavy duty. So how do you get those first few months into the job when you don't know what you're doing or what the product is? And so developing a certification for new people, an orientation into the industry, that's what I feel Gen First could provide. And whether we name it that or not, we'll see what happens. But that's the beauty of committee work. You get a lot of contribution. One idea becomes a better idea, becomes a great idea, and that's what we want to be able to deliver to our membership.
So we touched upon DTE, and that's a distributor training education program, and that's held in Atlanta, Georgia, once a year, and that came about, and CVSN obviously was all about that. So let's switch gears to that.
Yeah, DTE is our annual training expo. We bring in 200 individuals from our distributor organizations, and they get trained by upwards of 30, 35 manufacturers. It's very structured. They have booth time they can train. They have classroom time which they can train, and then there's some professional speakers that come in to help basically better those the successes of those attendees.
Now I know that they kind of hold that to around 200, 250 distributors.
Yeah, so 200 is a specific number. We get to.
Gotcha.
And most of their expenses for this trip are offset by the manufacturers. It saves manufacturers time and money to be able to talk to that many people at one time.
Yeah.
So there's resources that they're saving by being there. We kind of turn those resources into bringing distributors in. So, we basically cover their food and their hotel and some of their transportation to get in. They get a travel credit of up to $500 this year, and basically all of that together, it makes it really easy to let a distributor send 4 or 5 people, even more if they have that many, over a Friday, Saturday in the summer, and it's a great event.
How does the distributor, how do they get involved? Is it the manufacturer inviting them, or how does this work?
They're our members. They're all our members, right?
Yeah.
But it's just everybody should be participating.
But it's kind of a first come, fill up then it's over.
That's correct. The first 200 that sign up, we actually limit each company to 8 in the beginning, but as it gets closer to the event, we'll open it up to more.
Gotcha.
But just to give everybody a fair shot to get
But
in there.
I've been around that DTE since the inception of it, and every year it's obviously packed. I mean, it's full.
Yeah, it always gets great marks.
Great views.
You know, the opportunity, people are just shocked when they hear the cost and what's covered. And they're like, this is just a no-brainer.
Yeah.
And that's the way we want it, because we're not making money off this. We're trying to make better product knowledge.
Well, I want to thank you for being part of the HD Cast. And so there you have it, from CVSN GenNext, the DTE. We're here at HDAW. So stay tuned to some more HD Casts, and we'll see you on the next one.
Thank you.